Hello, welcome in, Magic players. Much love. Travis here, bringing you an unbelievably sweet brew. This thing is, oh baby, it is a fun and it's glorious, really, if not brilliant. So let's get into what the deck is. Glittering Emrakul, actually very competitive, as you will see from these matches. However, you have to channel the luck gods a little bit, so again, that skill is not for everyone. Now, the concept of the deck actually came starting from Glittering Wish and Wargate into consistently having 7 mana on turn 4 and thinking what's the most absurd 7-drop. So the way it works is Wargate is like a big Pentad Prism, Pentad Prism being 2 ramp. Wargate ramps 3 because you grab a Lotus Bloom. Or if you start with a Lotus Bloom, it comes off on 4. And if you hit your land drops, either way, you're likely to have 7 mana on turn 4. What's the most ridiculous thing you can do with 7 mana? How about Brilliant Ultimatum? You look at the top 5 cards and you can cast those for free. Guess what? We can also Glittering Wish for Brilliant Ultimatum, so we'll have it pretty consistently turn 4. Cast Brilliant Ultimatum, obviously you want to cast Omniscience for free, you want to cast Emrakul for free, and those are our big guns. Once you're casting stuff for free, why not Glittering Wish for Cruel Ultimatums? We've got 3 in the board. If you want a Cruel Ultimatum kill, it's possible. You cast 3 Cruel Ultimatums and you discard an Emrakul and shuffle them back into your deck. Although, you know, we should probably have 4 Cruel Ultimatums. I know. Right. Right. Okay. Backup plan, cast Narset, turn her sideways, similar to Brilliant Ultimatum, cast up for free. Double backup plan, Is It Charms / Faithless Looting, draw and discard an Emrakul or a Narset. Goryo's Vengeance, send it into the battlefield. We can also Glittering Wish for Is It Charm so that we can discard. Although I'm looking for a card that we can Glittering Wish for that puts cards on top of our deck before we Narset or Brilliant Ultimatum. I haven't been able to find that. Final thing is the mana base. It's a pretty little thing of Reflecting Pools, Vivid Lands, which are uncommons that tap for 5, Gemstone Mines, City of Brass, and of course 1 Hall of the Bandit Lord. Pay 3 life to give Narset haste. Worth it? Perhaps. So this is the deck. As you can see, it's a Glittering Emrakul brew. 61 cards, of course, and some other sideboard options. Let's go over that. We've talked about you can search for a Narset, for a Wargate, for a Brilliant Ultimatum. You can get Fracturing Gust against Affinity. Obsidian's Aid, shout out to Derek Adams, to return Omniscience into play. There's an alternative version of this deck where you play a bunch of Obsidian's Aids in the main deck, like instead of Narset, and you try to discard and reanimate Omniscience. But I decided to go a different route. Supreme Verdict, Jarn's Charm, Fire Spout, different sweeper options. Is It Charm, versatile. Guttural Response, Counterspell, Batwing Broom to buy time if you need it. 3 Cruel Ultimatums. 1 Cavern of Souls is the only card I might sideboard in against Counterspell decks to give Narset counter protection. That's the deck. It's sweet, and you will see the matches are awesome. Come back for the matches starting tomorrow. Jump in our group in the description, the link below. If you want to make awesome decks like this, make sure to check out the Deck Crafting Deck Mastery ebook. Click on all the links below, social media, etc., etc. Post this shit on Reddit. Send it to your friends and family till they're like, yo, I think you got hacked. And it's like, no, actually, this deck is really sweet, right? Let's virus this deck up. And again, as I always say, liquidate your savings accounts and go out and purchase this deck immediately. Although at this point, I don't get paid off of that. There was a point where I actually did, but I just think this deck is so golden that it's necessary to do. There's just not really other options, to be honest. So, yeah, see you in the comments. Much love.